Welcome back to some more Pokemon Ruby Nuzlocke. Now, I'll be honest with you all, OBS completely failed to record my voice for this entire video, so y'all hearing me now from editing. For this video we're just gonna have to do something different. I'm just gonna have to chat over everything while you all see what happens. But that's the best I could do at this point. So anyway, at this point I'm about to go into the cave and I think, oh yeah, I'll teach Flash to Peanut. We can go in, we'll be able to see. However, Peanut cannot learn Flash, which was upsetting to know, so I made the very stupid decision to not teach anyone Flash and just to go in there completely blind. While in there, I got stupidly angry at Biscuit constantly getting confused with every single Zubat we saw, and I got beyond lost. But while lost, at least I did manage to find this Pokeball, which, you know, is always exciting. Something that was less exciting was this fight. This was the first time I bumped into this Pokemon in this cave, and I thought, no problem, it's only like a rock type or something, nothing to worry about. Guys, it is a steel type. For those of you that don't know, nothing can destroy steel. Not a single thing. Okay, I think fire might be good at it. But pretty much I struggled. As you can see, Biscuit almost went down, so I swapped in Torchic. And, well, as you can see, Torchic didn't go so well. So I thought, okay, no problem. It's almost dead. Peanut can handle this. I mean, it only has like 2 hit points left. Peanut did their best. They headbutt, and it survived. Somehow, with about 1 HP. It made it. Which I thought, no problem, I'll just hit it again. That was a terrible idea. Peanut did not make it, and I was beyond heartbroken because I absolutely love Zigzagoon. And Peanut just died. And I was concerned at this point because Torchic and Biscuit were like my 2 heavy hitters, and then all of a sudden they were gone. But thankfully Hawkeye was there to save the day, after Peanut sacrificed themselves for no reason whatsoever, which is just typical for all my Pokemon. I then made the executive decision to just run away from any fight involving this Pokemon. I didn't know how to deal with it, so I was gone. And then I just carried on being completely lost in this cave for about 10 hours. But I did manage to find him in the end. And we managed to deliver the letter safe and sound, just with the loss of 1 Pokemon. So Peanut went to join Mariana and what was the other one called? Quiet? Yes. However, at the last moment I realised Peanut had left me with a parting gift. An Ultra Ball. Peanut, someday that Ultra Ball will save my life. Or at least it will save a new Pokemon. And that was their parting gift to me. And then Peanut went and joined the others in the grave. Farewell, Peanut. After this, we hop on the boat and we make our way over to the next town. Out there, I bumped into this boy, and he has a little Zigzagoon, which broke my heart because, you know, it was just bringing back all the Peanut memories. But it was okay, you know? Zigzagoons aren't that difficult to deal with, however it did completely blow my mind. The fact that Zigzagoon can use Surf. This was the funniest thing ever to me. Because it's just like, can you imagine just surfing on your Zigzagoon? I don't think they're very big, but you can just stand on top of their back and start surfing those waves. After that I tried to hand in the goods to this fella, but he told me to feck off, so I had to go on a journey to go find someone else to hand them into. However, before that, it was time to make a new friend, to replace the loss of Peanut. And because I didn't want to keep walking around with 3 water types on my team, so I felt like it was time to move on to something else. I was super excited for this because I thought, oh, electric, I don't have any of that. It could help me with like flying types and things, that's great. And, well, little Zappy did not want to stay in these Pokeballs. I tried the Great Ball, I tried, I think the Premier Ball is it called, and Is it Premier? Did I just make that up? Yeah, the Premier Ball and some Pokeballs. And it got to the point where it got a critical hit on Torchic. And I thought, well, I can't risk it getting another hit, and I can't risk hitting it again. So we had an Ultra Ball. I don't remember where the first one came on, but the second one came from Peanut. So I like to imagine that this was Peanut blessing us with a new friend. As for the name, I decided to name it after my favourite character from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Spike. I then stocked up on a load of potions and antidotes and just really wasted all of my money. And then I went off to do some training. I knew there were things in there that could poison me, so I stayed next to the Pokemon Center in that first bit of grass where we got Spike and leveled up. And after about 50 hours, we were trained up, we were ready to go, we got ripped off at the museum, and we went upstairs to finally hand in these goods. Team Magma decided they didn't want me to finally hand in these goods. It's not like I've trekked through caves, gotten on a boat, got refused by the guy this fella works with, trained forever, lost Peanut, but no one wants me to hand these things in. These fights went surprisingly well. I think Santa probably got the most damaged overall, but not by much. They were fairly easy grunts to kill. After I completely beat both of those up, I met Team Magma's Maxi. He came along, told me off for messing up his guy's plans, but then he didn't fight me or anything. He just gave me a slap on the wrist and walked on out. I think he was honestly just absolutely terrified of Hawkeye. He looked at that butterfly and was all like, "Ah, no, man, I'm off." But anyway, he left along with all of his grunts, and I finally managed to hand over these goods. And you know what? This guy was not very grateful. He just ran. He just went, "Thanks, excuse me," and left. I then went off to fight the rival, because they're like on the route to the next town. And on the way there, I came across this lady with these two little zip-zap bunny rabbits. And it was during this fight, and during the time when I was training before going to the museum, that I realized I don't really have anyone that can handle electric types. Like, Santa can do a bit of damage, but there's no way he'd be able to go up like quite a few of them. And then it hit me that the next gym is an electric type gym. So if any of y'all are still in this video at this point, if you've got any hints on how to fight the electric type, I would be really grateful. Because my team has a few water people on it. The flying types will just get zapped. I'm not sure what I could do aside from just train up Santa and pray he manages to punch his way through it. But yeah, if you've got any hints for that, I would love to hear them. And then we met Subscribe. Now, for those of you that don't know, I named Subscribe this in the first episode we did of this run. Well, the game wouldn't let me name my rival, but I've just decided that he will be called Subscribe. Just so whenever we see him, y'all can remember to subscribe to the channel. So I had a fairly good game planned for this. We were going to use Torchic to take out the Whalmer, who I was worried about this because I wasn't sure how much damage Absorb would do. They're quite tanky Pokemon, however, it was only going to take 2 to 3 hits to kill him. It suddenly dawned on me that rollout gets slightly more powerful each time it's used. But it didn't matter at that point because third hit and he was gone. So, nothing to worry about. The next Pokemon was his Torchic evolution, Combuskin, which was fine because Biscuit was perfectly trained for this. A fire fighting type against a water flying type. It was no issue at all. Biscuit went in there and just spat some water over it, and it went down super easily. I think actually I do make the really stupid decision of trying to confuse it for some reason, which that doesn't work, so I panic it used focused energy and then I just started to spit the water at it then. I don't know why I just didn't go straight in on that. It would have ended in 2 turns, but I dragged it on for 3 for some reason. But yeah, that Pokemon went down and then it was just the last one. Oh, never mind. Guys, I don't remember this video. It clearly took me 4 turns to do this fight, not 3. Y'all are getting live commentary here. This is no script, as you could probably tell. I'm just making it up as I go. Which I thought would be the most real way of doing it. I thought about making a script or trying just to re-record what I said. But I thought, I'll just go in blind and do what we can. So anyway, they had a shroomish and I thought about it. Who would be the best? And I decided to send in Hawkeye. I know what you're thinking. What a weird decision. And why is Torchic moving up to the top of the list when Hawkeye's out? Who truly knows why any of these things happen? But actually no, I chose Hawkeye because my plan was just to stun the thing and then just to keep using Gust over and over because I'm fairly sure flying is good against grass types. However, it seemed my rival had the exact same idea. So we had 2 paralyzed Pokemon just going at each other for a while, and it did go on for a little bit. Especially because they also had their Leech Seed going, so I was paralyzed, there was Leech Seed. Hawkeye should have easily have done this fight. However, I think at this point I'm just unable to move because of the paralysis, and their Leech Seed and Absorb just keeps healing them back up. Hawkeye very slowly kept losing their health, so they had to be swapped out. And so I go on over to Santa, who is slowly becoming one of the most powerful members of the team. Santa with his Vital Throw, which I have come to love. It means the Pokemon moves second rather than first. However, that's really all you need, especially when they're paralyzed, but it's a guaranteed hit. So even though it doesn't do much damage, at least I'm guaranteed to hit them. Unless I'm paralyzed, apparently. Come on, Santa. I don't remember if you do this. Oh, you do it. Good on ya. It's a Christmas miracle. So yeah, we managed to beat up Subscribe and then we carry on with the rest of our journey to the next town. I was fairly concerned about the fact some of my guys were paralyzed and missing health, so I very stealthily avoided every other fight on this route. I think there was a couple wild Pokemon I was able just to smack down, but aside from that, I made it through to the city, not the town, it's a city. And we managed to grab this X speed, and then we just go to the Pokemon Center, we heal up, and then that's it for the episode. Pretty much summarized, we hand in the 2 things we had to do. Peanut died, but we made the new friend of Spike. I'm sorry this is such a weird one, guys. I have learned a vital lesson today about making sure to check my audio before I record. But I didn't want to try and restart the game and get back to that point or to do anything weird. I'll just be honest about it. The audio broke. But anyway, from myself, Past, Peanut and Mariana, we all hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas, whether you celebrate it. And if you don't celebrate it, we hope you just have a wonderful day on Christmas, whether it's just you just doing your own thing. And we hope you all have a happy new year. We'll catch you all next time. See ya.